Mon ex-mari est entré chez moi alors qu'il y a une procédure d'éloignement contre lui. Oui, il peut être violent. J'habite au 154 boulevard Pereire dans le 17e. Merci.
Why would you do that? Why?
You know why.
I didn't know why. I wanted to know why, Ethan. The Oscar-nominated actor and writer Ethan Hawke stars in the new thriller, and it is a thriller, The Woman in the Fifth. He's been in more than 40, count them, 40 films.
In this one, he plays a novelist whose life takes a dangerous turn after moving to Paris. Ethan Hawke, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So what's this film about?
That's a very good question that you will have trouble answering after you see it. I have this little theory that if I could tell you what it was about, it wouldn't be nearly as good.
Right. So it wasn't just me, Ethan, because at the end, I have to say, I was a little confused because it takes a little twists and turns, and it's very sexual, very sensual, but also very mysterious.
Yeah, and
you play a dad who is estranged from his wife, and you and she are involved in a custody dispute. You quit your job and you go to France to be with your daughter.
I like it so far.
Yeah,
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
The truth is that the movie is directed by Paweł Pawlowski, who is a Polish director who is an incredibly brilliant guy, and it was an absolute pleasure to work with him. But he's not interested in telling stories the same way that American movies are used to being kind of told stories. He looks at the movie, he aspires for it to work on the same level that W.H. Auden would aspire, or T.S. Eliot. Or, I mean, he wants it to evoke whatever you want it to.
Yeah.
And I think that the truth is, if we were sitting down having a drink or a piece of pie or something after the movie, you probably do know what happened.
What kind of pie would it be?
What kind of, well, what's your favorite?
But yeah, when you sit down and you can, you really do need to talk about. You were so right about that, and we won't do that today. But it is very intriguing, and it is something that lends itself to great conversation after. And you speak French in the movie. Do you speak French? Did you speak French before? Because I thought your accent was fantastic.
She says this, but do you speak French?
No.
Yes, so you have no idea how my accent was.
Yeah.
My accent is bad.
I
so appreciate you saying that on TV.
No, I meant it.
Well, I'm glad, but I don't think...
So your accent wasn't so great, you're saying?
I don't think I will be getting any French awards.
Okay, got it.
That's,
And here's what Paweł said, the aforementioned director, Pawlowski, is that correct? He said that you somehow embody the right balance between neurotic edge on the one hand, and on the other hand,
compliment.
irresistible boyish charm.
True.
Thank you, Paweł.
Is that what Paweł said?
I don't know. I think that's what he wants the character to be.
Fair enough.
You know, and directors always see their actors as the character, and that's what he wanted that guy to be, is a person who's going through some incredible paranoid schizophrenia in a way. I mean, the movie, in a lot of ways, what it really is a portrait of depression, and what it feels like. My character has these giant lenses on it, and part of the theory is that when you're really, really depressed, you kind of can't see outside yourself, and so it's almost kind of when you're almost blind.
Why is he depressed?
I think he's clinically depressed,
Yes.
but the literal reason he's lost his family. And we don't. The movie kind of starts after we know how he lost them.
Yes.
And I think by the time it's over, you're pretty sure it might be his fault.
Could you? Yes.
Yeah.
Could you relate to his depression in any way? I'm not talking about.
I mean, as a guy who's written books, been divorced, and had custody issues, are we trying to read between the lines?
But even life is good for you because you're married. You have a new baby in the house.
Yeah.
And so life is good.
Life is very good. I'm not in Paris trying to commit suicide. No. I'm here happily with this movie.
I became smitten with you with Dead Poets Society. What was that time in life like for you then? Was that when you thought, gosh, I can do this, I like doing this, and I think I'm pretty good? Did you feel that at that time?
Well, I feel sorry. There's so many young people that are coming out now, and first of all, I think it's a really hard time with the way that the internet works and the way it seems to eat up people. But I had this benefit of experiencing fame with a group of young people.
Right.
And I always felt so when Julia Roberts broke, or when Justin Bieber breaks, or any of these things happen. I feel sorry for them because
it's alone.
It is, and I think that it was Robert Sean Leonard and Josh Charles and those guys who we got to walk through that experience together. So you didn't. It was it was a great bonding experience, and that movie is a great movie to be associated with.
Are you directing also a documentary about what is it, a concert pianist?
Yeah, I am. Seymour Bernstein, who's a great pianist, and he really is largely a teacher and a writer now, and I'm really interested in teachers at this moment in my life and how it is that we all can keep learning throughout our life, and how do you do it? You know, how do you stay curious?
Great to see you.
Well, it's great to be on your show.
Continued success to you, Ethan Hawke.
Appreciate it.
The movie is called The Woman in the Fifth.
It opens in select theaters on June 15th. That'll